So we were in Philly this past weekend, and we were at day 1 and day 2 of the Roots picnic in the building. And all I can say is I will be back next year and the year after that. It was super dope. The highlight for us, I'm going to speak for us when I say this, it was Jay-Z. That was our main event. We're like, oh, we going because Jay-Z.
The thing is that with meningitis, early symptoms, it looks like the common cold. It looks like the flu. And that's the reason why it's so dangerous. And plus, we live in this post-COVID society, so, you may think COVID.
I'm thinking of Diddy, and I'm so sorry, but I just have to break this really quick. Allegedly, one of his freak-off tapes have been leaked, and there's like social media talk going on. Moral story is that he's not backing.
They said he was trying to go.
Oh, I never heard it. And I'm ready to get back out there. It's been about a year now. Is it too soon to start dating?
Is she joking? What are you talking about? Is it too soon? If that's what you feel like doing, then do it.
Raw Bass has passed away, and I thought it would be appropriate that my jam It Takes Two by Raw Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
You are now tapped into That's What I'm Saying, the Grown Folks podcast for hip hop, entertainment, dating, sex, relationships, and social issues affecting our communities from a sometimes ratchet, because you know what me and my sister do, but mostly woke perspective. So I'm Sean.
And I'm Shatara. Hey.
So look, YouTube, please stop what you're doing, like and subscribe right now. Follow the show in your podcast apps. Turn on automatic downloads. It's free. It helps us grow the channel. Also, subscribe to the new YouTube channel. It's at The Real twispod, and follow us on Instagram at twispod. And if you got a little dilemma, something a little messy for the Weekend Z Report, you want to be a guest or sponsor the show, hit us up on our linktree. That's linktree/twispod. So, all right. And my sister, how you doing?
I'm just great. I'm grand. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you. These past almost 3 weeks since my birthday has been a whirl. It's been a whirlwind. From Mexico to the Roots picnic in Philly to I had a conference I had to go to in West Palm Beach for a couple of days. It's been a whirler.
It's been a whirler.
It's been great.
All right, we can get into that. I love it because I've been there. I'm here for it, and I've been there for it. So, all right, fam, let's get into it. We are calling this episode I Will Not Lose. And you got to say it like that. So that kicks us right off to the Roots picnic. So we were in Philly this past weekend, and we were at day 1 and day 2 of the Roots picnic in the building. And all I can say is I will be back next year and the year after that. It was super dope. The highlight for us, I'm going to speak for us when I say this, it was Jay-Z. That was our main event. We're like, oh, we going because Jay-Z. And then, of course, everybody else came through. So day number 1, who are we rocking to?
Oh, my gosh. So, I mean, day number 1 was the build up to seeing Jay-Z. He was the headliner for the night. So I guess he ended the Roots picnic. I think he came on like 9:30. And I like the setup. So here's the thing, and I have gone to the Roots picnic. I'm trying to think, probably like 2010.
Okay.
But nothing where it was like so memorable. This was history in the making. I mean, having Jay-Z, he hasn't performed in I don't know how many years, been on the stage. I mean, I've seen him on the run where, Beyonce basically threw him under the bus. She was like, this nigga.
They say that.
I mean, it was terrible. She was getting in his ass. I remember that.
She was lemonading. She was making lemonade.
Pretty much. So that's the last time I remember seeing him perform. So this was just such, words can't do it. What?
Well, I will say this. So that day 1, Jermaine Dupri, as we're coming in, Jermaine Dupri was going in. He has hits. And then T.I. opened it up. And I was like, you know what?
T.I. was second.
T.I. was day 2, right?
Yeah.
My bad. Going back.
Yeah.
So for our highlight to be Jay-Z, and the DJ was just rocking. So we had to go from like one side of the park to the other. So we were hustling.
They had 3 separate stages set up. And they originally had the concert. It was at another part of this park. So now it's in the Belmont Plateau, Fairmont Park, which is huge. And this was 80,000 people coming out for a 2-day festival.
Girl, Black people love us.
Showed up and showed out. No problems, no issues. I mean, here's the thing. It's a festival. And I did hear some pushback from people like, it was unorganized. Could have been better. Could have been tighter. But in terms of once we kind of got through the lines, would you say, it was pretty smooth sailing after that. We didn't wait ridiculously long on the lines. The lines were very long. And it's completely outside. You cannot You cannot set up your chairs and your
No.
umbrellas, although we did see people with inflatable sofas out
People,
there.
I was like, geniuses over there. Geniuses.
Indeed.
Inflatable couches. I was like, wait a minute. That was so genius because there was a list of things you can't bring into the park.
More things you could not bring in than you could.
Right.
You can pretty much bring a blanket and a little tiny see-through bag. That
Right.
was pretty much it.
Right.
So the setup in terms of a festival, I think it worked. You know, in terms of this was a crowd. We were all a lot older, so it was an older crowd.
Right.
We're outside. It's
Right.
plenty of space.
Right.
If this was, I mean, even like throwing a Drake or somebody, I think it would have been a little different. But because it was just so kind of easygoing and so carefree, would you agree? It was just the vibe was just it was
mature.
a way more mature and laid back. So I appreciate and it gave festival vibes, right?
Right.
Because you're outside. There's no place to sit unless you're sitting on the ground, you know, on the grass.
Yeah.
Bringing your blanket. The first night it was cold. Would you agree?
The temperature did drop, and we were preparing for that. We were like, you know what?
Sure
if it drops to 42, like even me coming from Jersey, you're like, oh no, that's gonna be cold. I'm gonna make an igloo.
I asked you to pack up coats and thank God you for gloves and sweaters, turtlenecks, long sleeve. You prepared. You because definitely me coming from Florida, I did not have all the wherewithal.
Can you bring me a black turtleneck?
I sure did.
Like, okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll get you a layer. We'll figure it out. So the temperature did drop. Was it freezing cold? No, because I will say this. Once Jay came out and you're moving around, you are pretty hyped. So I didn't feel cold per se because I was up and I was moving and I was hyped. But there was a time where that wind kind of blew by me and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, definitely. It was like, so that was the first night. So everyone was talking about, first of all, I think Jay-Z was phenomenal, but the freestyles, which you kind of missed the part of it because I think you went to the restroom.
I went to the bathroom. I saw it on the Megatron on the way.
Unmatched. See, and this is the difference between a rapper and an artist.
Yes.
Because Jay-Z is showing you he is an artist. He is a lyricist. So he dropped a lot of freestyles, you know, and normally we never hear Jay say anything about anybody. You know, I mean, Dame, and I love Dame Dash, but goddamn.
However,
he is on his the hating train. Good.
He's on his petty shit. He's definitely on his I got new teeth, I'm petty.
So Jay definitely had to respond. We got a Dame Dash diss, a Drake diss, Nicki Minaj, Kanye West. Just pretty much putting these people in their place. And I love the way Jay did it. Jay came out with his afro. And then, you know, there was a talk about how he went from the
locks, right?
From the locks to
his
that.
Hair being out, right?
You know, but ask a loctician. It's entirely possible. And he has a lot of hair, and I like that. You know,
I liked his look. I liked his look.
You know, I'm not giving him wig. You know, it was as wig. That's a wig. That is.
I liked it. And I like how he represented, like, with Philly. He brought out everybody from Philly. When I tell you, it was so good to see Beanie Siegel. It was good to see Memphis
Freeway
came out. It was good to see Freeway. Petey Crack.
Young Guns.
And then you hear all these hits and you're like, you know what? This is just undeniable dope.
The Rockefeller.
And if you're a true fan of hip hop,
which we are.
If you're a true fan of hip hop, you're like, you know what? So this, I felt very much at home and I felt like I was very much on the same page with everybody. I felt very kumbaya with my people.
My goodness. Did you? And there were a lot of moments where the crowd, the way you could just tell everybody was on that one song, one beat, one band energy.
Yep. Yo, split your flow, get your dough, can't finish it.
Everybody was on that. Everybody was on the jigga what jigga.
We was kumbaya into everything. Everybody,
man.
He served. So for him to have been in hiding for so long, like you said, we haven't seen him. I know he's supposed to be coming to Yankee Stadium. This right here will suffice for me. Like I'm very satisfied.
And I love that he said it's gonna cost you. B was backstage, so Beyonce and the kids, the family was backstage, and he said something like, "It's gonna cost you a B to get her out here." Like she's just here to enjoy the show.
Yep,
behind the scenes. I love that.
So that was everything. I was very satisfied. I was so sad. I was very happy. Like that was dope because we, you know, like I said, we talk TV, we talk Jay-Z, like we talk. So we had to be there. It would not have made sense if we had the opportunity. Like real talk, when that somebody would have came for us, like y'all heifers weren't there, like it wouldn't have,
and
it
to
made
truly
sense.
just be able to enjoy the show, we enjoyed
it. And then day number 2, Erykah Badu, we enjoyed it. It was time to go.
I'm gonna say this, because I have seen Erykah when, you know, shows were not giving. It was a little, and I said that. So I was very curious to see what this performance would be.
Okay.
She knocked it out the park. And low key, my favorite part of her show is when she brought up Black Thought
from The Roots. Yep.
Yes, and they did the rendition of that Womack and Womack song.
Womack, I need a little more.
I'm scared of you.
I lost my mind.
Understand that, but both of us did. I need a man. I'm
available.
available. He did the whole
you say. I just was like, oh my God.
I lost it.
And she sounds so good. He sound good. That was just a good.
Then you have to remember her longevity, because Erykah's been doing this for almost 30 years.
Yes.
She has such a repertoire, and she sounds beautiful in person.
I agree.
Oh my gosh.
There's no auto-tune. It was straight live. She's hitting her notes. She's having a good time. And she said, this is what I love to do. And it showed. And it showed
absolutely. with her moon boots.
50 million moon shoes and coats on feathers and coats.
Or what that was.
But it was what's going on here? But she stepped out of them and she came down 4 feet and walked in her socks and did her next song. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm loving it. And dudes love her. You should hear the dudes in the background. Like, Badu, she's throwing it. They still
she throw that Baduism on you.
She got it going on. It was sage and reefer in the air. Sage and reefer.
Man, it was just phenomenal. And the funny thing is, and I don't know if you are thinking the same thing, there were so many other artists over the course of 2 days, but I can really only remember Jay-Z, T.I., and Erykah Badu, and maybe a little Jermaine Dupri. There were pages of artists, but we
didn't prioritize seeing anybody else, because I heard Brandy and Monica on the other side of the park. We didn't prioritize getting over there.
I heard Brandy, but
I heard them, but we didn't. That just, you know, our priorities were a little, not to say y'all weren't in the building, but our priorities were just a little different that day.
Yes.
No knock to y'all. So yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. And then also.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just reminiscing. I'm just saying what a nostalgic theme that this whole thing was. And like you said, like, I think we need to, you know, we went with some of our friends, our festival fam. Shout out to Kai and Crystal. But we definitely have to make this a thing that we do.
An annual thing? Yeah.
Annual must be. It's not just a picnic. It's more like a cultural institution. Like, you know, you go to the Roots picnic? That's how this is.
It was right. And then some people, I get it when they're like, I don't like crowds. I don't like being around people. You know, I get that, because I can be that way sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I don't need to be down there in the middle of that crowd. Like, I'm okay right here.
But did we remember, like, actually getting down into the crowd? It wasn't even like that.
Once you got down there, you're like, oh, okay, I have space. And it wasn't bad. It's just that whole Porta John potty thing. If you're a woman, you got to go to the bathroom. Is that part? I don't really care for stuff like that. But that is the least of your problems, to have such a good time.
I think one year they should have the trailers as opposed to the actual Porta Johns out there. That would be great. Like
they would have to have hundreds of them, because I look at the whole setup and I'm like,
well, yeah. I mean, you probably can get 4 in a trailer. I'm just saying, like, have a few or something. That was it. I have no complaints. I mean,
the food trucks were banging. It was a lot of support Black businesses, clothes, merch. Good times.
Loved it. You know.
All right.
Loved it. So
we'll go again next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Philly, you did that.
Philly, you did that. Thank you, Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Only thing I didn't get was a cheesesteak. Thank you, Philly.
They don't toast their bread, so.
All right. Shall I get ratchet?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I mean, you know, so when you said love, I'm thinking of Love, and I'm thinking of Diddy, and I'm so sorry, but I just have to break this really quick. So allegedly, one of his freak off tapes have been leaked, and there's like the social media talk going on. And I was listening to the radio this morning with Charlemagne, which I'm not an avid listener. However, I'm hearing them talk about how, I guess, somebody leaked a video and Diddy is, cleaning, he's moving around, and moral of the story is that he's not packing.
I think we already knew that part,
And it's
though.
official. They said, so now we understand why he brought in different males, like why they're like,
Yeah.
the videos are very explicit. And the crazy
they said
thing
he was
is,
Tom Thumb.
What?
They said he was Tom Thumb.
Oh, I never heard that. That makes sense. Why he's so mad. We don't stop. We can't stop.
Yeah, I mean, the lengths, somebody will go.
Wow. Okay. So that was it. So the funny thing is, one of the kids at the school
That's not the funny thing. The funny thing is,
this gets funnier. One of the kids at the school, I work with kids by day, and one of the kids walked in and said something like, Diddy ain't got it, or something like that. And I was just like, on the way to school, this kid was probably listening to the radio with their parents. They don't know what they're talking about, but they're repeating. And I just looked over like, who knows I was listening to the radio? Diddy don't got it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, but I thought that was
we all knew.
Was the thing.
But was it something that we were all just kind of guessing? Nobody really had the visual proof.
No, I thought. I thought, what's her name, Superhead, or somebody had said like,
come close to the mic. I didn't hear you.
I thought Super said. I thought Superhead or somebody had already made that clear that that's what was going on.
See, I don't know. The rumors flip-flop with him. First, it was he's the gay rapper. And then things had come out with this.
Well,
somebody was like, "Oh,
I think that's already established."
Right? They said he's definitely bisexual. He has good taste in men. That's what somebody had said. But of course, they want to know is 50 going to come, because Joy, the mother of his child, is definitely clear-faced in all these videos with Puffy.
Oh, she on there.
So what they like? What now? What now? 50? What now?
I was listening to an interview off topic it was one of the male escorts that was tied up into this, and but basically he was talking about, because the question was like, well, if you got the money, you can get you a little extension or something,
right? And
he was saying how it looks terrible and it doesn't operate the same. Like, you would really have to like pump it up. It's a whole lot of work that goes into it. So in other words, it's not all it's cracked up to be, or whatever you call it, getting a penis extension.
Imagine hearing like a helium, some type of contraction going on, and homeboys in the room.
I'm about to head out. I'm about to go.
What are you doing in there? Excuse me. What are you doing in there? I'll be in a minute. I'll just be a minute.
No,
you got a USB cord? What are you doing?
No, thank you,
sir. Like the girl from Juice. Come back here, sir. It's not Christmas,
I remember that.
No thanks. But
yeah,
thanks for trying though. So, but also with that, they were saying like, damn, like it's enough that this whole court case has been dragging on, but now his kids have to relive this whole thing with, now they're saying this and the new jokes that are going to come out of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's really going to come and be
sad
like,
all the way around, honestly, and I think at least what Diddy's kids, at least what you see on the social media is like they're adjusting well, but this has got to affect them some way. It has to.
Can't stop, won't stop. They're probably like, oh
yeah. And that part, is sad.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sad, Peabo Bryson, R&B singer, Beauty and the Beast, a whole new world. He died 75 years old.
I heard.
Peabo. And I said, what a name to have, Peabo. Well, God rest him.
Rest well, Peabo Bryson. I'm trying to think of the song that he sang that's on my little old school playlist. I can't think of what it was.
Okay. I'm like, do you know it? Because that was the first thing I thought of. Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as Beauty and the Beast. And he came on the awards and he sang it. And I was like, oh, he put some soul to it. Peabo!
Rest well, Peabo.
Rest well, Peabo. Also, there's a podcast where Fat Joe and Jadakiss were talking.
I love the podcast.
Yes, so there's the big
Joe and Jada, the Joe and Jada show.
Joe and Jada show. So,
but they just be sitting around talking shit,
talking trash. So they had Maya on this time, and Maya is fabulous, and she is aging so gracefully. I just got to give it to her. Girl is drinking her water, hunty, staying moisturized, minding her business. Fabulous. Got to give it. So the topic they were talking about that our men are divorcing and they're asking for half, and technically, like, is it just old school to feel like men are supposed to be the provider?
I feel like this is a Weekend D question. Like, what
is? So Joe is cut from another cloth because he's like, No, he was like, even if we're divorced and we were together for some years, he's like, you'll break her off a few stacks, like just off a GP. Like, yeah, you was with me for a few years. Like, it don't hurt me to help you out.
Only a certain type of man that would understand that. That, that's not.
But he also said that in his next life, he's coming back as a gold digging dude with a Birkin bag. He was like, looking for Gail. He's like, in the next life. He was like, Gail, where you at?
He want to be Stedman, but I think, he was joking. But in all actuality, like he was saying, like that idea to me of a man just, just taking care of, like, what man wants to get palimony or but there's a certain type of man that will do that.
There's a certain
there's a certain type of man that could never.
Yeah, it's just, they're saying like men today are, oh my God, this girl had a post. She called them cinder fellas.
Oh,
she was like, all these cinder fellas.
That was actually a song. Wasn't that a song by Salt and Pepper? Cinderfella?
Cinderfella? I don't know. We got to find it though. But
okay.
These men, they want.
Like I said, there's a lot of princesses out here. A lot of princesses.
It's just, they don't make them like, that breadwinner. I love taking care of my wife, my family. This is just what I love, that my daddy taught me. This is what it is. Like,
yeah, like the 2Ps, a lot of them, the protect and provide is like out the window.
Yeah, like, they're like, what's she doing for me? What's she bringing to the table? And it's just kind of like, you sound like a bitch, to be honest with you. But hey, call me old school for saying that. All you want. I could care less.
I mean, I agree. Like, where your panties at? Shit.
Yeah, only one of us should be in the mirror with lipstick, son, if you really want to go there. But everybody's different.
Sign of the times.
Sign of the times. So you showed me this picture and I'm laughing about it. Singer Susan Boyle, she's getting ready to drop her new music. Now, Susan Boyle was a winner, or she's a contestant on American Idol, and she had a beautiful voice. But apparently her look didn't match somebody who, would be successful. They got on Susan Boyle so bad. Well, she's been in hiding and she's coming out with new music, but she got new hair. She got a new look. They're calling her Mary J. Boyle.
I love this for her. They caught her going across the street, probably going to the grocery store with her fur coat on and her platinum blonde wig and her Gucci sunglasses.
Like, I'm on the low.
Love that for her. Real talk, they got on that woman so bad, and she has such a beautiful angelic voice. But the look.
Was it Simon? Did he say like what are we gonna do with you? Like,
I would believe that Simon Cowell.
Was it him?
Yeah. So good for her. Good for her for the glow up. Go ahead, girl. Shine on them haters.
She hid for a little while and was like, watch me glow up. I heard someone. What'd she say? I heard someone tell me I fell off. Oh, I needed that. Did she say that? I had to get my words together. Oh, I needed that. She was like, hold on a minute. All new. I'm trying to run through it. Ryan Coogler's movie Sinners is becoming a haunted house attraction in Universal Studios. Can you believe that? So they got Harry Potter.
They used to have one in Orlando. I don't know.
I'm not sure. So okay. Either way, we're gonna go hands down. You want to get scared? I think it's gonna be so good.
We love a good scare now.
Look, I'm coming just to get scared.
Yep.
I'm booking a flight as soon as they open it. That sounds good. That sounds like, don't invite them in, right? So how are we gonna get in?
Good question. Maybe they're already inside.
I guess so. That'll be good.
That would be good.
Did you know the shy actress Sonja Sohn? She was arrested for cocaine. Sonja Sohn. She was arrested for cocaine possession. She was on The Wire also.
I told you I did a Wire marathon, funny enough, this past weekend, and that's all I was watching. And Sonja Sohn was on it. And I mean, let's just say, I mean, God be with her. But I'm not surprised.
Girl. I'm like, don't you play a detective? And don't you?
I think in the scene I was watching, they was looking for some cocaine.
In all your roles, aren't you busting through crimes?
Yeah, you know what? It's prayers to her, though. Because cocaine is a terrible drug.
Cocaine is a terrible drug. Apparently, Larsa Pippen is a terrible drug because these fellas can't seem to leave her alone. So you gave a quick breakdown of what's happening with Larsa Pippen.
Well, basically, Larsa Pippen's son, Scottie Pippen Jr., I think he's 23 now.
Scottie!
But he was on a reality TV series, this new show called Calabasas Confessions or something, where he was talking about the impact that his parents' divorce and, public breakup had on him. And he was talking about when he was in school, how because, and this, honestly, I did not know that Larsa Pippen was dealing with Future.
I didn't know either. This is new to me.
Messy. But so her son was saying that when he was in school, that kids at the school, and these were his friends, they would play Future's music and talk about his mom. And he was like, he just felt so shitty about it. Like, that was terrible. And that, as a teenager, it's bad enough that your parents are divorcing, but he had to deal with the headlines and the social media and the public all into it. And, he described that it was a very difficult time during that time because basically Larsa was all over the place, remember? And then she was, he was alluding to her being around a famous family, talking about the Kardashians. Remember, she was making her way on that show. However, so Larsa, she claims that she was dealing with, a lot of guilt during her separation from Scotty, and that Future was there as her, quote, emotional support system. She said, he was the guy that was there for me that was there to see me go through it. He just gave me confidence when I was feeling in a dark place.
Ooh, I'm gonna use that
Girl,
one.
you sure that's all he was giving you?
I'm gonna use that one. He's my emotional support system.
Okay.
Yeah, people have emotional support dogs. I'm
all
like,
of him.
He's my emotional support. He's my.
So this has just sparked an online debate. Like, when parents cheat, especially in these high profile relationships, how much do the children carry emotionally, even years later? Because he's a grown man now, but he's talking about what happened when he was in middle school, basically, and how messy it was.
I mean, we talk about all these celebrities, we just talked about Puffy. He has kids,
Yep.
I remember talking about seeing Lala in a lot of these, roles, and I thought, like, don't she have a son that's like in school?
I was like, she always got her cheeks up on somebody's counter.
Yeah. I was like, you can say no to a role, right? No, you can say no. I'm sure, in a good position to say no. But of course, it was just me thinking, don't she have a kid? So maybe, when you are in the limelight like that, you just have to move a little differently. Because, I believe it does affect the kids.
Right.
Yeah. It's like your mom's is out there, yo. Your mom's is out there.
And, I don't want to bash on her, like, talking about Larsa, because, you go through a divorce. It's a very difficult time. But and she was definitely trying to find herself in the spotlight.
Well, she was doing good. She had some good. She had a nice little roster. She had a nice little roster there. Shit. She kept it on the up and up.
She was busy. I want some vitamin water.
She didn't miss a beat or basketball. She didn't miss a beat or ball.
Boy. Okay, where we at?
We are at the If You Know, You Know segment.
Yeah. Okay. So on this segment of If You Know, You Know, I actually want to talk about something that is very deeply personal to me. So many of you may know that I am an advocate for meningitis awareness through ASMP. That's the American Society for Meningitis Prevention. And I'm also very honored to serve as the president of Guardians of the Youth. It's an organization founded by my very dear friend, Sharnice, whose life was forever changed by this disease. So in 2024, and Shatara, you remember this time because we were all going through it, but Sharnice lost her very beautiful daughter, Sanaya. Sanaya was a very vibrant young woman. She was in her 3rd year at Clark Atlanta. She was just living her life, pursuing her dreams of becoming a child psychologist. She was working part-time at a pharmacy. And she also started a clothing line called Tankhead, which I'm wearing the t-shirt in honor. That was her nickname. And she was just this healthy, active, preparing for her future, as we all are at 20 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. So when she became ill with what was flu-like symptoms, she did what we would do. She sought medical attention, I think, at the on-campus clinic, and it was reported that she had a sinus infection. And so she did what she thought was the right thing. She got her over-the-counter medication. You get your ibuprofen. She got her prescriptions for antibiotics, and she went back to her dorm room to get some rest, take the day off from work. And unfortunately, she never woke up. So Sanaya had actually contracted meningococcal meningitis. So I just want everyone to listen and understand why awareness matters. Because meningitis, first of all, it's an infection that can affect the protective membranes surrounding your brain and in your spine. And if it's left untreated, it is almost always fatal. With bacterial meningitis, and that is the most serious form. So, but even with the other forms of meningitis, if you don't get appropriate treatment, antibiotic treatment, it's like 1 in 10 being fatal. There's also viral meningitis. That's the less severe form, but it can cause permanent complications in about 20% of survivors. Those meaning long-term disabilities, hearing loss, brain damage, seizures, among some other symptoms. And the thing is that with meningitis, early symptoms, it looks like the common cold. It looks like the flu. And that's the reason why it's so dangerous, because it just appears like, what would you do typically when you have the flu? Your first thing is drink plenty of fluids and get some rest.
Yeah.
And that's what it mimics those things that and plus we live in this post-COVID society. So, you may think COVID and the same thing, like, what do you do? Well, you take care of yourself, you do what you know. So let's talk about the symptoms. What are the symptoms of meningitis? They are severe headache, fever, neck stiffness, which is, being able to test how far you can move your neck, because the lymph glands are really, really inflamed and swollen. Sensitivity to light is another symptom. Nausea, vomiting, confusion, excessive sleepiness, or difficulty waking up. There's also a discussion about a purplish rash on your legs, on your limbs. So the ways that it's tested is they start with a physical exam and they review your symptoms, and then they can also confirm the diagnosis and identify the exact cause, whether it's viral, bacterial, or fungal. So they perform tests. One is the lumbar puncture, that's a spinal tap. The other are blood tests. There's a brain or a CT scan or an MRI, and there's also nasal swabs or throat swabs. So who gets meningitis? Anyone can contract meningitis. It affects infants, teenagers, young adults, people with weakened immune systems the most. The highest risk group, however, it's typically teens or between the ages of 16 and 23. Technically, kids or young adults that live in dorms, athletes, military recruits, all young adults. So not just college students. And the reason is because they get together and they socialize. They're in these close quarters. It's very easily spread. So vape pens, e-cigarettes, and kissing, sneezing, again, being in close quarters, all of these things, it's very, very easily spread in those ways. So this past week, I attended an ASMP training, and I learned a lot about it. So there are 5 types of meningococcal bacteria, and most likely to cause the meningococcal meningitis. So there's the A strand, B, C, U, and Y. There are 3 types of immunizations. Now, here's where, if you know, you know. Words are very important. So I am very careful to not use the word vaccination or vaccine, because again, we live in this post-COVID society where vaccines were forced down our throats. And there's a lot of politics and profit that has played the biggest role in that understanding. So the word that I'm using is immunization. It's different because immunization basically refers to the process of your body actually building up defenses and creating the antibodies after receiving the vaccine. So because there is no single meningitis shot, you need to be fully immunized. And that means, being protected against the different strains, such as MenACWY, MenB. Those are among some others. So that's the reason why there are 3 different immunizations. So as parents, students, educators, community members, we need to know the signs. My goal or my intention is to share the information and to educate, not to push vaccines or immunizations, but to at least have the information, ask the questions, be an advocate for yourself, be an advocate for your loved ones. So that is the reason why I share Sanaya's story. Not because I want people to be afraid or, put fear, but again, to be informed, because sharing, could save a life. And I share it because, that was such an unimaginable loss, losing a young person. You losing anyone, but you losing a young person at the pinnacle of her life. And that is why this has become a mission of mine, to help protect the families and so they don't go through the same heartbreak. So, Guardians of the Youth, that is the foundation where we honor Sanaya's legacy. We educate communities, we get out, we raise awareness, and we encourage the conversation like the ones we're having now. Uh, what I would say to parents is, ask yourself, is your child missing any of the immunizations needed to help prevent meningitis? Make sure they're immunized against all 5 types of meningococcal bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
For the healthcare providers, they can recommend immunizations and make that a part of, when you're speaking to the adolescents and speaking to the young adults, is making those recommendations. For me, I remember Sanaya not for how her story ended, but the beautiful life that she lived, the love that she inspired, the lives that she continues to impact, and the work that we are doing and continue to do in her name. So I just want everyone listening, learn the signs of meningitis, share the information, and help spread the awareness. It could really save a life. So you can learn more. Go to meningitisprevention.org.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you and Sharnice have been friends for a while now, and you all were a part of a friends group in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were a group of us, basically all single mothers, all with one kid, all transplants to the South Florida area, and we bonded over that. And Sanaya, being the oldest child out of our group, was the first to get her license, the first to graduate from high school, the first to go to college. So yeah, it was, she was a part of a loving group. So the last time I saw Sanaya was, by then Sharnice had moved to Houston, and Sanaya was still, this was maybe her first, this was going into her 3rd year at Clark, Atlanta, and she was home for the summer. And this was the first time that I had been in a car where she was driving, because I was going to drop her off at work. And so she was, she was in the driver's side, and we got to our destination in a few minutes because she drove so fast. And in my mind, I'm like, I used to drive fast like this, but so I was afraid, but I was also excited. I was like, because she's a good driver. I just remember and then I started talking about, I used to ride motorcycles. I used to drive. And I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have told her that, but it was just it was just such a moment, because here she was driving just a while. But, I never would have thought in a million years that would be the last time that I got to see her in the physical. So, yeah. So we remember Sanaya. Please, again, like I said, learn more. Go to meningitisprevention.org. Share the info. Help spread awareness for meningitis.
We have the Weekend D report, y'all. All right. Tell me about it. It's you. Go ahead. If you have a comment or question for the Weekend D report, go to our linktr.ee/twispod. Scroll to the bottom, send us an email, or leave a voice message. So each week we will unpack a chapter from our upcoming book, The Player's Heartbreak Handbook, a survival guide for your heart, your wallet, and your peace. We're writing this book for anybody who has loved hard and learned harder, because sometimes the lesson hits before what? The healing does. Bam. So the working title for tonight's chapter is called, I don't know yet. I'll come up with it.
Okay.
But here's a question. Very simple. She says, I am a newly divorced woman, over 40, and I'm ready to get back out there. It's been about a year now. Is it too soon to start dating?
Is she joking?
It's been a year.
And I'm just like, is she joking? I don't.
You know what? I want to know, does she have kids? Because I feel like I know women who are divorced, and the only thing that ever holds them is like when they have sons or they have kids. It'd be like, kids be the biggest cock blockers. I'd be like, well, what's the problem? It'd be like, my son. I'd be like,
I don't know, but I don't know why it's irking me because I can't believe that she's asking this question. Like, is it too soon? It's been a year. I'm sorry. I can't even get with it.
Well, what are you dating for? That would be my question. What are you dating for? Are you dating because you want to like get back out there to get married again? Or do you just want to be social? Or do you just want to have like random sex? Like what's your reasons for dating? Because I would definitely say after a year, go ahead, girl. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. I mean, I would say this. I don't know. I'm just like I don't know why that's like irritating me. Like, what are you talking about? Is it too soon? If that's what you feel like doing, then do it. Get out there. Put yourself out there. I don't understand what
What's the
would
question?
be the barrier to that. I don't even get it. I don't
Now
even
I'm
understand.
thinking if she had said it's been 3 months.
It's been I just walked out of the courtroom and the divorce is final. I'm ready. Okay, cool.
Oh, so there's as soon
I
as
don't get
papers
it.
are
I don't understand the time frames. You know, these people
oh
have these the timing of, well, this is inappropriate and this is an appropriate time. It's what you feel. So I don't know. I'm just like, sis, you can't be serious. Like, is it too soon? I don't understand. And you're over 40. So
what do
I'm
you
sorry.
look,
I don't know. I don't know. Coming off of what this to me is just like, you gotta be kidding.
are you
You're joking.
Jesus
Are you asking me? You're asking me?
she said as soon as the papers are filed, she's out the door.
I mean, you can definitely do that. Have
I
them
got a
waiting in
dinner
the car
date.
for you
I got a dinner date. I would say,
that
yeah.
night.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a
Divorce in the
celebratory date.
morning, in the evening, I need to see you at dinner. This is okay. Sis, stop. Please. It's too soon.
Look, because he was probably playing single while y'all were married the whole time anyway. So you got to play catch
Absolutely.
up now.
I can't even believe this is a question. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry.
That irked you. What's too soon?
Newly divorced. This is a new chapter in your life. Please embrace it. You ain't got to be on nobody's timetable but your own.
I agree.
You
I
feel
totally
like you good? You feel like, look, I just want to get my toes sucked. Then go ahead.
agree.
I mean, or look.
Mm.
It's whatever timetable you on. That's the timetable you on.
Clearly she didn't know. I said after a year. That's like for real? Like a year. And then I thought, well, how messy was the
Get
divorce?
somebody to
Shit.
knock the cobwebs off. Let's go.
Let's do it. Listen, Larsa Pimpin can call you and let you know.
Yeah, just
Get yourself
okay.
some emotional support.
I don't know why that irked me because sis, don't give away your power to nobody. Not
Woo.
even us. Like, is it too soon? I appreciate wanting an opinion, but you not really newly divorced. It's been a year. To me, like it's not really that new.
But you know what? Sometimes, like looking at this question, there's a difference. Like, you ever talk to a woman who got married like in her 20s and like we had kids and like I was under a rock. And they're, and it's like a whole new world for them versus like I dated, I lived.
All the more reason to get back
You'd
out
be
there.
like,
And
wow.
do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel good. Like I don't
But
even.
I talk to women who are a little bit, like he's all I know. I was so young.
You'll get over that.
I just feel like, oh wow.
It's plenty of the no's. You can know other people. It's plenty. Stop giving away your power. Like stop. Just and that I'm sorry. I can't. Mm-mm.
She's about to walk off the set, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Next, I hope we gave her some good advice. Please.
Yeah.
Sis,
Yeah. Be about your life, girl. Shoot.
Please.
Get on your date. Get on your app if you need to. Set up many a dates.
Mm-hmm.
Swipe left.
And be well with changing your mind. Like, look, you know what? Today I want to. Today I'm want to be out here in the streets. Tomorrow I may not want to be.
Right.
That's entirely up to you.
Now's your time to shine, honey. Now's your time to shine. Yeah, you don't got to ask us. You don't need to ask us for permission. Do you? Now's your time.
Yeah, because my opinion on it is this is a you thing. What's comfortable for you?
Yeah.
You can start tomorrow. I've known people that have waited years and years, and most likely when they do that, they have a little bit of regret because it's like, well, the fog clears and the time has just gone by. So why even do that? Get out here and see what you like. You a
Yeah.
different person now. You're a
Yeah.
divorced person. So
Yeah.
that, give her some shine. She need to be out, get her some vitamin C, some vitamin D. Get out here.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit like a Married in Your 20s where you're fun at that. So she just don't know. Like she's creeping out. Like, can I? Like he's all I know.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. Yeah, live your life. Like
Mhm.
what do you tell that man? Tell that man to let you loose. Because that's probably all it really is. Tell that man to let you loose.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Next.
Moving on. We don't need to get your brows all in a fro.
Mm-mm.
You better shake it off. So this is my jam. So as you all may know, Raw Bass has passed away. And I thought it would be appropriate that my jam be It Takes Two by Raw Bass and DJ Easy Rock. And this came out in 88. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can.
1988. So anyway, he passed away. He suffered from cancer and he passed away at 59 years old, which technically is young. So we're losing our people. And he definitely left a legacy on hip hop with It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right. And this song right here, I just know the dancing, the sweatsuit, the gold chains. And this song is constantly sampled. Like I listen to commercials. It's everywhere.
It is.
There was a movie with Sandra Bullock and I can't think of his name. And they were singing that just it's a classic, timeless song. He definitely left his mark on hip hop. So It Takes Two from the Harlem's own Raw Bass.
Yeah, I remember actually seeing him, out and about, and because DJ Easy Rock passed away some years ago before, so rest well.
Yes.
I have some stories about Rob Bass, but I will speak well of him and wish him, send him healing vibes to him and his family, condolences for his family.
Yes.
And you're on my mind, and I wish you a peaceful journey.
Rest well. Yes. It takes two to make a thing go.
That was a banger. I do remember that.
Hit it.
Young elementary school days. Yes, we were. That was, you learn how to do the Running Man and do the It Takes Two.
I got an idea that I want to share. You don't like it, so what? I don't care. I mean, it's a good shit talking song. Can't stand Buddha, can't stand stuff. Yes. Oh no. They can come on. Yeah, this is definitely a barbecue song. This is a picnic song. This is a car ride. This is a classic hip hop going down in history song.
Man, and it's a feel good song. You have no choice but to feel good.
1, 2, 3, get loose now. It takes two to make it. And maybe took his hat off. He was like, yes. Remember the sweatsuits they had on? Like in that era of fashion was just a good time. So yes.
I love that era.
That's my jam.
The dress.
That's all you. I want to say Video Music Box. Like that's all I think of. Video Music Box.
It was definitely Video Music Box.
Because
you look at the video now, it's all like grainy and old.
I know how far we've come.
Watch a black and white movie. It's yes. This was before HD.
This was mixtape era right here. DJ on the 1 and 2s. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo.
All right, y'all. If you enjoyed this episode, please do us a favor. Like it, comment, share it with a friend, subscribe. That's how we grow this channel. We keep our community strong. Watch us on our new YouTube channel. That's at The Real twispod. And make sure you're following us on Instagram at twispod. And if you got a question for the Weekend Z Report, want to leave us a voicemail message, looking for merch and everything twispod, go to our link tree. That's linktr.ee/twispod.
Yeah. And if you want to keep up with my comedy shows, podcast appearances, and TV events, go to my website at shatara.curry.com. As always, we thank you all for listening, rocking with us, and spreading the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And to tell a friend.
We thank you all. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace.
Long live Tankhead.